Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and today we are going to talk about Wrestlepalooza that took place on September 20th, 2025 at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. So let's get rolling a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. Wrestlepalooza started off with a big bang as Pat McAfee made his way out to the commentary team alongside Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. And we start off our first match was John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Now, going into this match, I did not give my predictions, but I actually did think that John Cena was going to pull out the victory. And guess what, folks? I'm going to tell you what happened. Now, the beginning of the match, Brock Lesnar decimated John Cena. John Cena did have some, oomph in there. He did get back at Brock Lesnar, pulled out some offense, but it was not enough. It came down to John Cena hitting 4 shoulder tackles, finally knocking the beast down to the floor. John Cena then hit three AAs on Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar kicked out at 2. As John Cena was setting up for a 5-knuckle shuffle, Brock Lesnar hit him with 3 F5s and got the 1, the 2, and the 3. Brock Lesnar decimated John Cena. I'm giving this match an up because Brock Lesnar showed how big of a beast he was, and I didn't put on the sprinkle of juiciness as it was Paul Heyman who came out to announce Brock Lesnar. That was something I was not expecting. Will Brock Lesnar be with the Visionary team, with Seth Rollins and the Bronze? I doubt it, but this was fantastic. After the match, Brock Lesnar went back in the ring. He F5'd the ref. He F5'd John Cena. And then they showed the audience, and there was a little kid crying. And you always want to see the little kid crying. The next match we had the Usos versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and a special guest referee for the match, LA Knight. That's right, LA Knight was a special guest referee for the match. I don't know why. I guess I must have missed something. And I'm just going to tell you some of the shit that happened. The Usos land several punches and a D1 on Breaker. Bronson Reed broke up the pin. Bronson Reed hit a Frankensteiner. Bronson Reed hit a moonsault. Jimmy landed a swanton. Breaker speared Jimmy. Jimmy speared Breaker. Usos splashed by Jay. Breaker kicked out at a 2. Outside the ring, Bray and Knight were arguing. Jay landed a dive that almost taked out Knight, but he was alright. Jay and Knight argue, but Breaker tries to hit Jay with a chair, but a super kick by Jay. Jay almost hits Knight with the chair, but he pulls it back last second. Jay tosses the chair into Reed's face. I don't know what happened, but Jay got all bloody and shit, real busted open real bad. Breaker speared Jimmy through a table, and Reed hits Jay with a tsunami for the win. Now, this was not a no disqualification match. It was basically when Jimmy went to the outside, he pulled out a chair and was going to hit Bronson Reed, and LA Knight basically turned his back, and that's when it started to all hell's breaks loose. Let's get tables, ladders, and chairs. No ladders, but we had tables and chairs. I'm going to give this match an up because I really did want Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed to win, and they needed this fucking win. They needed it very bad. I have to take these glasses off because they are hurting my eyeballs and my head. All right. We have our women's title match. Io Sky versus Stephanie Valkyrie. The winner will be the women's champion for the Raw brand. This match was excellent. A very good technical match. I'm just going to say some of the stuff that happened towards the finish. Io Sky was about to get over the moonsault, but Stephanie Valkyrie got her boots up. Valkyrie hangs Sky up on the ropes and lands a nasty dragon screw. Devil's Kiss by Valkyrie. Valkyrie hits the Stephanie Valkyrie bomb, but the Io Sky kicks out. Valkyrie goes to the top, but Io Sky cuts her off. Both women battle at the top. Sky takes Valkyrie to the top with a Spanish fly. Valkyrie kicks out at a 2. Io Sky lands a bullet train attack, but what she did was she basically put down her knee pads. And if you remember, she's already injured her knees, just so she was gonna give her more damage without the padding on. And she did hit the running knees. Valkyrie was out on the floor. Io Sky tried to go for a moonsault, but Valkyrie moved out of the way, and Io Sky landed on her knees. Valkyrie goes for a thump, lands a spinal tap for the win. 1, 2, 3. We have a new women's champion, Stephanie Valkyrie. I'm going to give this match an up because even though I really did think that Io Sky was going to win, I think they did go in the right direction with Stephanie Valkyrie. All right, now we got to talk about that mixed tag team match. AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Now, this whole match was kind of like a back and forth. It was basically trying to keep AJ Lee out of the ring. Seth Rollins and Becky were tagging each other in, keeping, CM Punk in, doing damage on him. Becky was beating up CM Punk because the ref had the back turn and all that other shit. Though I don't understand what the fucking rules of these matchups are anymore, because when the tag is made to the other person, it's an automatic switch out. Why are they taking so much time? It is just nonsense and bullshit. I'm just going to tell you the finish of the match. Punk and AJ Lee do each other's offense. They do the GTS or the scoops and bulldogs and crap like that. Rollins pulled AJ off of Lynch, but Lynch locks Rollins in the Black Widow. Lynch breaks it up and suplexes AJ. Rollins and Lynch do stereo pedigrees. Punk and AJ kick out of the 2. Rollins and Lynch set up stereo GTSs. Punk and AJ escape. Punk clotheslines Rollins out of the ring. AJ sets up in the corner. Rollins trips AJ, which makes Punk fucking pissed off. He goes into the ring and catches Seth off with a stomp to the head. Then, they're going for pins, but the women are the ones in the ring. I don't know when this turned into a fucking tornado tag team match, but the women were the women were the people who were the what the fuck is it called? Whatever. The people that were supposed to be in the ring. I can't remember it from the top of my head. Anyway, in the end, AJ got escaped out of the manhandle slam and got, Becky in the spider, Black Widow. She tapped out, 1, 2, 3, whatever, Up just because AJ and CM Punk won. It wasn't a great match. There was a lot of mistakes going on throughout there with AJ being, for a fresh first match and shit like that. But overall, I guess it was a lot of fun for the people that were there. And then, look, AJ was there. So I don't know what the fuck the word is. I just give it an up. I'll just give it an up. And finally, we'll talk about the final match that was on the card, the WWE Undisputed title match, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Now, we all knew that Cody Rhodes was going to win and Drew McIntyre was not going to win. And I'm just going to tell you what happened at the end. Drew McIntyre ripped off the turnbuckle pad. Drew McIntyre tried to push Rollins into the referee. The referee hopped out of the way and out of the ring to avoid getting crushed. McIntyre rolls up Rhodes, and guess what? It seemed like he was pinned for at least longer than a 10 count. I don't know what the hell was taking the ref so long to get in. As the ref came in, Rhodes kicked out of a 2, of course. Rhodes sent McIntyre into the exposed turnbuckle, crossroad by Rhodes. McIntyre kicked out of 2. McIntyre got a Claymore on Rhodes. Rhodes kicked out at a 2. And then McIntyre throws him out and landed a dive to the outside. McIntyre was setting the Claymore up into the announcer's desk, but of course the fucking ref got in the way. Get the fucking ref out of the way. Get the hell out of the way, dumbass ref. Pissing me off, man. So, Cody, waits till he does the Claymore. He goes through the fucking desk. He picks up Drew, throws him back into the ring. And he goes to another Glow-Cow kiss, McIntyre. And then he was going to go for a Claymore, but his leg gave out because he fucked it up when he did the Claymore to the outside. Rhodes hits a crossroads, 1, 2, 3. This match is definitely getting it down because Drew McIntyre should have won, but I understand that Cody Rhodes had to win this stupid shit. Hopefully this feud continues, and overall, Wrestlepalooza, I'm giving you a down because you were so fucking garbage with your ESPN Plus shit and your $30. You can eat shit. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time. We're going to more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see you later. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave down in the comments what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.